Welcome to Recover in Place. On today's mobility routine, we'll be working through the wrists. All right, so how we're going to work through the wrists today is basically coming onto the ground into an all fours position. If you want a mat or a pad or a pillow or something like that for your knees, go ahead and grab one. So first off, let's start out all fours position here. So shoulder is in line with the wrist, and then knee and hips are pretty much going to be in alignment, and then from there, I'm actually going to kick my knees out just a little bit wider because I find it's a little bit more comfortable for me. We're going to be doing some rocking in this position, all right? So moving from the wrist, I'm basically sitting back a little bit to deload the wrist, and then sitting forward to load the wrist a bit, right, as I push my body weight over them, all right? So I'm shifting backwards and forwards, and that's going to be 1 rep. We're going to get 8 reps total here. 8 reps total, let's go. Back. Forth, that's 1. Work your breath here as well. Nice and smooth, no pain. Just work within what you have, right? Don't force it. Just feel nice and smooth on the wrist, nice and easy. Nice. Once you've gotten 8 here, we're going to pivot our hands here. So now the fingertips point towards each other. My hands are probably a little bit closer now. And now I'm going to shift side to side. So how this is going to work is I'll shift to my left, and I'll shift to my right. And we're going to count that as 1 rep. All right? So let's get 8 of those. So just gently shifting. Make sure that whole hand is pressing the ground. All right, so we've got 8 of those. If you need to, in between any of these, just shake it out a little bit in between. It could be a lot on the wrist, especially if your wrists are pretty tight, so kind of shaking things out a little bit in between each of these would be a great idea. So we've gone forward with the fingertips, we've gone together. Now let's go with the fingertips pointing away from each other, all right? So from here, it's going to be work the same way as the last one. So all fours position here. We're going to shift to the right, and then shifting to the left, and that's going to be 1 repetition, all right? And let's go for 8. That full hand down. Nice. Once you've got that, we're going to go with 1 at a time on this one because this one can be kind of tight and sensitive. We're going to have the fingertips pointing towards you. So how this is going to work is I'm going to take my right hand and rotate it around, place it full palm down, fingertips facing towards my knees at this point, and then we're going to shift forward. And shift forward is going to basically take some load off, and as I shift back, it's going to put some tension basically into that rest there. So find something that works for you. We're going to get 8 reps here. So you got 8 reps there. Definitely kind of shake that out a little bit, right? Let's kind of brush it out a little bit. So 8. I'm going to shift around. So now I'm going to have my left hand turn around, fingertips pointing my knee. Right hand is just kind of pointing, fingertips pointing straight ahead. So I'm going to shift forward and shift back, right? So finding a comfortable spot for you, 8 repetitions. Nice. Once you got your 8 repetitions, right, shaking it out. For our last one here, We're actually going to shift around so that palm faces up. Be real gentle with this one. This one's pretty sensitive because this is really tight on most of us. So again, we're also going to do this one at a time. So again, coming into the all fours position here, I'm going to take my right hand here. Palm is going to face up. Most of my weight is going to be in my left hand here, so I don't have to put as much into the right. It's going to be pretty nice and gentle here on the right side. So what I'm going to start off here, all fours, and then I'm going to think about shifting back. I'm going to get a bit of a stretch in the right, and then I'm going to come off of it for 8. All right, so get 8 reps here. Nice and smooth, nice and easy. So that's my 8 there. I don't have as much range there for sure. This is definitely pretty tight. Take it real gentle with that one. That also might not be for you right now, but something you maybe come back to later if that position is just too painful or just too tight for you. But again, if you can get that hand down, again, you're pressing through this kind of backside of the wrist there. It's kind of where we're going from. All right, let's go on the other side here. So I plant my right hand. I'm going to take my left hand now. Palm faces up towards me, nice and gentle with this one, shifting back and forth here. Work 8 repetitions, nice and easy. All right, my 8 reps there. So I'm going to kind of shake that out. Should feel a little bit looser for sure as you're doing this. Definitely feels like my wrists are opened up. But again, I'm just going to work with the range that I have. I'm slowly edging into kind of a little bit of tightness and everything like that, and then I'm backing off is the idea with this. So I can kind of slowly open up the wrist, not just jamming into a super tight area and causing pain in the wrist. That's not what we're after. All right, so that is all we've got for today. Thanks for coming in and checking this out. This has been Recover in Place.